Now, the Bundesliga has been dominated by Bayern Munich since really the turn of the century. And in fact, the last time the capital city of Berlin, although obviously, of course, but since the East and West split, it was all a bit up in the air. The last time a Berlin team won the Bundesliga, it was a completely different format, and the year was 1931. And in fact, even a team from Austria has won the Bundesliga more recent than a team from Berlin. And in fact, it was actually the capital city of Austria. So a capital city of Austria has won the Bundesliga more recently than the capital city of Germany. It's just facts. I'm sure my dad will have more. Hertha Berlin. Let's see if we can change that history. Right, welcome back, Dad. I'm still ill. You're now ill, too.
Yeah.
We're both losing our
voice. It's not a good out to be in this one.
No, laryngitis has taken me 2 weeks now. I've slightly got my voice back. Better than what it was for the Sunderland rebuild anyway. You can do it on like 5. So this will be... yeah. Before, though, we get started, we have done a simulated season with Hertha Berlin. Of course, we haven't actually managed Hertha Berlin. We've just seen how they did. They finished in 7th place and got an EC2 position. A lot better than what they did in real life, obviously. In real life, they were scraping at the bottom there for a long time, which is the main reason why we're doing Hertha Berlin today. It was voted by the Patreon members, patreon.com/MegaLoopGaming. If you ever want to get involved, there's lots of bonuses on there, and you can obviously support me as a content creator. So, Dad, like target. And what do you think is a successful rebuild for this?
Well, I want to go for a like target. I'm just going to do an easy one, just try and get us going again. I'm going to go for 1,000 like
1,000 likes, sounds good.
Let's get that going again. Keep the comments coming. We love the comments.
Yeah, absolutely.
Target-wise, we've got to win the league.
Yeah, 5 years.
They haven't actually won the Bundesliga as it is now the Bundesliga. They've won the higher league when it was back in Europe.
Yeah, it was more of a cup competition back then, wasn't it?
But the actual Bundesliga, they've never won it. So that's the challenge. We've got to win this league. And we've definitely got to win or be above Union Berlin. They're a smaller team than us.
Yeah.
We've got to beat them as well. So that's the 2 challenges I'm going to go for.
Exactly. And of course, in the simulated season, Union Berlin beat us. Yeah. Sick. So yeah, somehow they've managed to do that because they've got a very poor team. Yeah, I think that's very doable in 5 years, especially in the Bundesliga. There's lots of money in the Bundesliga. It's a very chaotic league. It's one of my favourite leagues to manage in because sometimes like Mainz will just win the league without signing anybody, and it's amazing on football.
We've got a bit of luck as well because we've got a new owner who's supposed to be pumping millions into us.
Yes, there's a lot of
money.
money.
Might have just took over the team at the right time.
Exactly. Right, okay, well, let's see what we have done in the Season 1 transfer window. Okay, to start things off, we sold a player, Askasibar, I think is how you pronounce it. He's Argentinian, and I was actually quite good to let him go. He's one of our good centre midfielders, but he really wanted to leave, and Leipzig come in, who have Champions League football, so you can understand why he wanted to go. We got around about £20 million for it. But we have replaced him, and we got some good players in there as well, so let's take a look at the players in. So the man I brought in is Razvan Marin, a Romanian, 25 years of age, and to be honest, he's not the same type of player. I think Askasibar was more of like a defensive, really good tackler of the ball, more kind of like an N'Golo Kante.
Yeah.
This guy's more of a playmaker and somebody who likes to hit a long shot. Somebody I think is quite good in this team because we do have Lucas Toussaint, who is a ball winner, so they complement each other, to be honest. And we brought him in from Cagliari for £15 million. He used to be an Ajax player as well, so he's been around the block a bit for the last few years, but welcome to the club. And we have also signed Gabriel Menino, who can play centre midfield as a natural, but I like him in this right back role. He's one of the best right backs on the game. We've seen him before as well. Great Brazilian. We love a Brazilian,
we do,
of course. Also, we have brought in this guy from Georgia. From the Russian league, he has a lot of potential. I know he has a high potential range, but he is 20 already. Whether we'll see him reach that, but he does have some good attributes
good
to begin with.
Can
play on both sides as well, like that. Now, other players. We needed a goalkeeper. This is one of my favourite goalkeepers on the game because he's my Fiorentina goalkeeper who I took to Spurs in the Twitch save, of course, which you've joined me on a few times, twitch.tv/MegaLoopGaming. We are streaming regularly now that my throat should be back. Reflex is 17. He's just superb, to be honest, and he's only 23, so he's going to be a good player who probably will get better for a 6'3" as well, towering man. Looks a bit scary, so I won't want to go up for a header against him. We have improved in other positions though, and we have brought in some really good youngsters. Let's start off with a £15 million man, Yeremy Pino. We were given about £60 million. This is one of my first signs that I brought in because I love Yeremy Pino. I've done a really good player spotlight on him. A lot of people have enjoyed him in the most recent winter update. and he is fantastic. And just after a season at Villarreal, 27 games as a 17-year-old, 8 goals, 10 assists.
Very good, yeah.
Really good. He has a release clause of £15 million. So we activated it.
Yeah.
And we brought him into the club. He's going to be superb for us. Matías Arezzo is one player I cannot believe I have not managed to sign yet in a rebuild. He's 18. He's Uruguayan. He's basically like Luis Suarez.
Yeah.
Like 15 years ago, pretty much. And a lot of people know him on this game. He was one of the first wonder kids to really break out. He was, of course, on last year's game as well. And he is superb as well. And I think if we give him game time, he could be special for us. And he'll give us a lot of goals. So Matías Arezzo joins us, and what a cheap price.
Yeah, definitely.
1.5 million.
Giving it to us.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's from a Uruguayan club, so it's taken advantage because, of course, Germany doesn't have any rules about work permits and stuff. We were given free reign, so I'm making the most out of it. We have signed, of course.
Here we go.
Mason. He's only on loan, of course, but
I
think what Mason can give us in this league is just going to be next level.
Yeah.
He's so fast and he's so well-rounded as a striker or as an inside forward.
Like it.
What do you think of him in real life, by the way? Cause,
I do like him.
Yeah, there's a lot of people saying he's one of the best under-20s in the world.
He's so natural with both feet as well. That's what I like about him. And it a shot. It's like a bullet, and his back thing is just nothing, is it?
No backlift.
He just goes through the next minute, bang, the shot's gone, and you think, where did that come from?
Yeah, and defenders are like, well, don't show him on his left. It's like, well,
then go to the right then.
Yeah,
you
just
do it again.
smash it in with his right anyway. So we've brought him in on loan from Manchester United. He didn't play a lot in the last season, the simulated season, so we're making the use out of him.
Yeah.
£1.5 million. We had to pay a lot of money, but I think it'd be worth it. So the tactic we're using is slightly a bit unique, to be honest, because we do have a bit of a specialised role in this, in the anchorman. And that is because we have Askar Sabay, who we were using for a lot of the pre-season, who I was basing this tactic around. But we do have Lucas Toussaint, who will most likely play in this role. Good marking, good tackling. He is an anchorman.
Oh, definitely.
So, and I like him as well. He's 6'1", very towering, good mentals, young French player.
Could work right on it. Right.
Exactly, yeah. He's a really solid player, I think, will do a good job for us in that anchorman role. And the box-to-box midfielder just allowing us to go forward, going back, mainly with like Mara.
I'll tell you what, we've got a strong side going forward as well.
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
strong.
There's a few players who are out on loan, which we will be missing out on. But, I mean, the likes of Mason Greenwood, Yeremy Pino, the players that we've brought in who will be filling in these roles around Arezzo, who I want playing every single game. For that main reason that the more games he will play, the better he will get. We've also got a left centre back, by the way, who we've used before in a rebuild.
Yeah.
Who I've never really heard of. Jordan, I can't quite pronounce his last name. He's German, young player. He's so fast. He's so tall. I like the look of him. He will be playing most games, and I want to keep Gabriel Menino playing at right back because I have a feeling that if we don't secure him at right back, he might just end up getting stuck in the box-to-box midfielder role, and then we'll be struggling to give like Marin, for example, a game. So it's a 4-1-1-2-2, however you want to say it, but it's a very very positive formation with a little bit of security at the back there with the anchorman. I like our chances for this.
Yeah, I do. This league is a good league for scoring goals. I mean, we like this league.
Love this league, yeah. And now it's on Sky Sports as well. You can watch it a lot more. So, all right, let's see how we do in this first season. Okay, so in the Bundesliga, we finished in 5th place. So it is an upgrade from where we finished in the last one.
Got better.
5 points behind Leipzig. And my team, Frankfurt, there, finishing in 3rd. So I'm absolutely buzzing with that. They've had a couple of good seasons recently.
My team won the league, though.
Dortmund is your team, yeah. Look where Bayern Munich finished, though. They finished well off the pace.
They did.
11 points off the pace. It's the first season that they haven't won the league. And that is mainly because they have Erling Haaland knocking about.
Union Berlin just stayed in the league. So
just stayed. So it's nice little competition for us.
Our fans would be happy there.
Exactly, yeah. Matías Arezzo, though, 27 goals this season.
There we go.
That would be normally the top scorer of the league, but when you've got the machine of Erling Haaland knocking around, it's very impossible to do that. Mason Greenwood, 13 assists. Good. So he's contributing as well.
Yeah.
Of course, we had other competitions that we were in. We got the DFB Pokal and we're in the EC2. How did we do? Well, knocked out in the group stage of the UEFA Conference League. knocked out the 3rd round in the DFB Pokal by Borussia Mönchengladbach, who are a decent team.
Yeah, they are, but we should be doing better than that.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate to be honest, but it was a good league finish. We're in the Europa League now. That's a little bit more money, a little bit more reputation, so it's a little bit easier, I guess, to bring players in squad-wise. And let's see how our squad's been performing, because goals, we know Matthias Rezl's been bagging loads of them. 33 in 45 games. He's had a very good average rating as well, just at the age of 19. 21 for Mason Greenwood on loan with 17 assists.
Good, isn't it?
It's a fantastic season. It's what exactly we need him for. Piatek, another good striker that they already have, the Polish. 26 years of age as well. He managed to bag 17 goals as our secondary striker with 7 assists as well. Yeremy Pino, 15 assists. And the other Georgian player, 11 assists, even though he kind of was more of a rotational player. I think we've done very well.
Yeah.
Good first season.
Good first season, yeah.
Second season then, let's see who we brought in. Okay, no significant outs, just a few £1 million coming in. We brought in Mattia Zaccagni, who is an Italian midfielder who I don't think I've ever heard of, but he looks fantastic. Really good like box-to-box midfielder. We got him on a free transfer from Hellas Verona. He was on loan for 2 seasons at Lazio, playing majority of the time. 7.46 average rating. Yeah, so hopefully he can bring that to the Bundesliga as well. He wasn't the only free transfer. This is like a pre-transfer that was already made. Mark Oliver Kempf. So, I mean, I wouldn't have signed him myself, but good backup.
Yeah.
And this is where I start spending the money. So first off, we brought in Pepe as a backup winger. You can play on both sides. He's a young Brazilian, 25 years of age from Porto. Don't know if he'll start, but definitely good enough to come off the bench.
Yeah.
Then this is where I'm starting to bring in my type of players. Christopher Ayer. From Brentford, of course. He's moved to Brentford in real life from Celtic, 6'5". He's not the fastest, but what he can offer is a really good ball-playing defender who can play in 3 different positions. So if we need him to play in the anchorman role, if we need to play him in the centre midfielder role or defence,
good squad player then.
Exactly, you can do the lot. And we got him for quite a cheap price because Brentford got relegated, £25 million. I'm sure in a few years' time, if we start to become successful and we're playing in Europe, for example, that price will rise. If we do look to sell him, we can make a lot of money out of him. Now, we have signed a very good young midfielder who I think is another ball-playing midfielder. So we've got about 3 of these now. So it might be time to move on from the anchorman role if we look at it going forward and maybe go a little bit more aggressive with the type of players that we've got. A lot of 15s in this guy. Maxime Cacaret, £20 million from Lyon. Had a good season last season. 9 assists, 7.1 average rating. Again, bringing these guys into a new league. Hopefully they can do the job. And then this guy is my talisman signing for this year. Kasper Dolberg. He scored a few goals in the Euros. He is a very good young Danish player. Really solid striker. And I'm thinking now, we have got 2 unbelievable strikers going forward. So Kasper Dolberg.
You've got to have it in this league, though.
Exactly. We need goals.
Yeah.
We
beat the top 3 teams who look up strikers they've got.
Yeah.
We've got to at least match them.
Yeah, exactly. When you see how many Haaland's got, you need to kind of have 2 players to get the same amount. So Rezo and Kasper Dolberg, who can also play across the wings as well, if we really need him to. I mean, £30 million for this guy. There's a lot of 15s in there. Very pacey. He's 6'2" as well. Good player trait. Shoots with power. Cuts in. Likes the ball played to his feet. So I think he's dangerous. I like him a lot as well in real life. And we brought him in from Nice, again from a different league. But again, he scored a lot of goals and got a high average rating.
Yeah, that's good, yeah.
So we're using this, like statistically, they are really consistent players. And we're making the most out of this. So already worth £53 million. Tactically then, if we take a look at it, I have decided to change it ever so slightly.
Yeah, you got to,
I do like this 4-2-2-2 that we use. It's not exactly the same formation as the Fiorentina one, which you can download in my Discord, by the way, but it's very similar because we're using inside forwards and inverted wingers, and we're using a pressing forward, whereas it's different roles. So we've slotted the anchorman further up, and we've kind of just secured mainly our back 4 other than our left backs. We've got 2 good left backs. And we're securing our strikers. And we're just leaving the rest, where I guess the engine room to be rotated. Because that's where they're going to get the most tired, I think. So, I'm excited about this.
They've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, we've got the Europa League, of course. We'll be playing Thursdays and Sundays, of course. Hopefully we'll go a little bit further in the Cup. And we'll have more games. So, yeah. Right, before we take a look, though, at the simulated season, Dad, of course we probably don't have any memories of Hertha.
Really. This is an odd one for me, really.
Yeah.
I can only touch on a few facts and all that.
Exactly. But, you do your homework. People love the fact that you look these things up. So, history-wise, facts-wise, what do we have for Hertha Berlin?
Right, they're formed in 1892.
Okay.
They were formed by 2 sets of brothers.
Yeah.
They come together and they decided to set up a football team, and they decided to set up this team. They named the team after a steamboat that they used to travel on quite a bit.
Oh, right, okay.
It was called Hertha. And on the 2 steam funnels, they were blue and white. So that's where the kit
Where the colour, yeah.
Yeah, so that's where the actual started off from. They play in the Olympic Stadium.
Yeah.
Berlin's Olympic Stadium, which was, I think it was in 1936 that the Olympic.
The German national team stadium.
It has that as well, yeah. And they play all the cup finals there.
Yeah.
But what I didn't realise is when they're an up and down team.
Yes.
Over the last few years, type of thing, they've been going up and down. When they go down through the leagues and all, they've been down into the, I think it's the 3rd lower league. They change their stadiums. They go and play in a smaller stadium in Berlin.
Oh, really?
Because the stadium, the Olympic Stadium, is just so big. I think it said 75,000.
Yeah, and I think it's got like an Olympic track as well.
It's got a track around it, so even when it is full, it still feels that the crowd's so far away.
Yeah.
So I mean, when they on an average they get 35,000 at home games, and it looks empty.
Yeah.
They go to the smaller stadiums when in the lower leagues. They fill the stadium now and again against the big sides, which they will do. But they are looking to move into another stadium, a purposely built stadium, in 2025, I think.
Okay.
I read somewhere. So, but another interesting fact I did find out about them, if you look at the German Bundesliga teams, most of their badges, the crests,
I knew you were going to come with this.
yeah, is a round.
Yeah.
And they're using a flag.
Yeah.
And that's just something they wanted to be a little bit different with.
It is very unique.
Yeah.
Like, you don't see that, I don't think, in football at all.
No. I mean, usually it's a crest of some sort of...
Yeah.
But they're just using
it's
a blue
a shield or a circle, some kind of like roundish shape, but you know.
But yeah,
flag
they just wanted to use the flag. They're a little bit different there as well. So yeah, it's not a lot to find out about them really. They've had a few good players here and there. That the only other interesting fact I did find out about them, being a Spurs player, Spurs fan.
Yeah.
Jurgen Klinsmann.
Yeah.
He was manager of this team.
Right. Okay.
For 10 weeks.
10 weeks.
When we was just over earlier with this new president that took over with a lot of money and that, he managed to get Jurgen Klinsmann into their sort of like setup and all that.
Yeah.
And then he asked him to be manager, and he took over as manager, and he took over for 10 weeks. And then he decided that he had enough. He said the club's not being run properly with the finances and like that, which I thought was a bit weird because this director's sinking millions of pounds into it, and Jurgen says, no, it's all being run wrong and all that. And he didn't like it very much, the director, from what I've read about it. But when Jurgen brought a book out, and in this book apparently he's explained what was going wrong, the director said, yeah, he's right. Yeah. I was doing all that wrong, and he said, I don't blame him for leaving us, and he said, I'm trying to put these things right again. It
does seem like this club is being really badly mishandled, to be honest. And like, you know, I mean, it comes across like they signed some really good players. Like, you know, I followed Bundesliga for a long time now, and like I see, oh bloody hell, Hertha Berlin signed so and so, and then it's like, how are Hertha Berlin down in the relegation zone?
Yeah, they're not doing very well at all with it. No. So the other interesting thing as well, with Berlin being the main city in Germany, if you go over the world and you've got the main cities in each country, usually that team is usually like the strongest team in that country.
Berlin doesn't have that at all.
And they don't like that. They don't like that at all. But a lot of that's got to do with the Berlin Wall. I mean, we're going to touch on that Berlin Wall. You know, obviously, going back to the years before, they had a lot of support. Yeah. And when they built the Berlin Wall, it cut their support right in half. Yeah. Going back over the years then, that was what cost them. They got demoted one year. I can't remember what year it was, 1963, I think it was, something like that. They got demoted because when the Berlin Wall went up, they couldn't get the players that they wanted. So they were an amateur side at the moment, but they were bribing players and they were paying players to play for them. Because of the Berlin Wall, they couldn't get the players in that they needed. The league found out and they demoted them that season type thing, you know. The Berlin Wall was a bad thing for them because of that. But unfortunately for them, a lot of fans in that area stuck with them, and they used to come to the wall because the stadium that they were playing at the time, which is not the Olympic Stadium, they were playing at another stadium at the time. It was quite close to the Berlin Wall, so they used to come to the wall. They could hear what was going on there with the fans cheering all that, and the police done away with that and tried pushing them away and getting them away. So
that is mental, isn't it? Because I think Hertha was in the eastern side, if I'm right. Yeah. And they couldn't even win that.
No,
like it was dominated by Dresden. It was, you know, it's one of those weird scenarios, like you say, where a capital club is nowhere near the top, or has ever been near the top for so many years. We're coming up to nearly 100 years now since Berlin last had a team that won.
That's right, yeah. So they're not too happy with that's what they're hoping this investor's going to do for them. But you know, it's a shame really. But when the Berlin Wall went down again, I think I read it was like 2 weeks time, 2 weeks after the Berlin Wall went down, they had a home game and 53,000 turned up. Yeah. So it just goes to show that when the wall came down,
united again.
And they kept their fans. So I was pleased for them for that, really. Yeah. It's nice to see that. But you were saying you had an interesting fact about.
Yeah, I mean, I alluded to it in the intro, but it is the weirdest thing ever that more recent than a German team or a German team from Berlin winning the Bundesliga, an Austrian team has won. And it was 1941, so, you know, when I mentioned it to you, we spoke about it before, it must have been because during the war, Austria was just claimed by Germany. So they were a part of Germany, but the fact that they allowed Rapid Vienna to be in it, Vienna, of course, Austria's like capital, and they went and won the Bundesliga as it was back then. So they won it in 1941. I don't think Hertha's won it since 1931.
No.
So an Austrian team has won it more recently than a Berlin team.
Not too good, eh?
It's weird. It's such a strange scenario. But hopefully we can change that. So shall we see? Season 2. Let's see how we did. Okay, so season number 2, unfortunately, Dad, we only finished in 7th place, so we've dropped down a couple of positions. We finished on 59 points, but 60 points was the place that we were before. Gladbach were 5 points ahead of us. If we take a look at the statistics, though, Kasper Dolberg and Matthias Arezzo are both scoring the most amount of goals above Erling Haaland, who I think has left. I think he's gone to PSG. So a big move for him. We did not buy him, unfortunately, no. And the most assists as well, Yeremy Pino and Matthias Arezzo getting in there. So we're getting a lot of goals and a lot of assists, but maybe
we've lost
we're not.
Union Berlin as well.
Union Berlin have been relegated as well, so that rivalry now has been diminished. But still, we have been involved in other competitions, and you might, eagle-eyed people might have realised something, because we have won the Europa League in our second season and the first season in the competition as well. We beat Ajax in the final.
1-0, that's a good result.
Huge result in the final there to manage to get there. So, I mean, I think we can forgive them for the lapse in the league, to be honest. Because, of course, we played very late on a Thursday throughout the rest of the season. And in the Puskas Arena, Yeremy Pino scored in the 76th minute to win against Ajax. A very close game, but it does look like we deserved it. There was a lot more greens on our team than there is on theirs. They got really poor, a lot of 6.3s that they've got there. So yeah, big win there. So what I want to see, I mean, DFB Pokal quarter-final loss against Bayer Leverkusen, a team which finished just above us, understandable. Not too sad about that. What I do want to have a look at is the how we got there in the Europa League final. So if we do take a look at that, because I think our run to the final was very interesting indeed. We had a group stage of Astana, Valencia and Victoria Pilsen. Seems like quite, I mean, Valencia the only loss there, that's fine.
We want to go through that one.
Yeah, Sporting was the first game we played 4-1 victory. And then, look at the results we had there. We beat Lyon 4-0 at home, 2-1 away. That's a difficult game. Arsenal 4-2 away at the Emirates.
What a result
that is. We dominated the game by the looks of it too. And they came back to ours and we lost 4-3 to a couple of late goals as well. By the looks of it, we were up by 2-0 and 2-1. And they've pulled it back there and got a couple of late goals. But still, we progressed. That's when we went on.
We were probably defending for our lives there, weren't we?
Exactly. That's when we went on and beat Ajax in the final. So great season.
I'd be happy with that. That's a bonus.
Yeah, Kasper Dolberg, 46 goals this year in 50 games. 46. And Matthias Arezzo playing as a pressing forward, getting 33 goals with 17 assists. And I mean, they're not wanted yet, and Matthias Arezzo wants a new contract. Got to give him to him.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeremy Pino, 26 assists and 17 goals.
We're doing the business going forward, mate. That tells us something, doesn't it?
Exactly. So we just need to secure things at the back now, and maybe we can look a little bit more progressive in the future, because we now have Champions League football. So that's more money, and of course more reputation to bring in these bigger players. So let's have a look at season 3 then.
Right.
Let's see what we can bring in. Okay, so the first player that we brought in for this third season is a youngster, a regen, on a free transfer from Real Madrid because he just didn't sign a new deal with them. A guy called Jesus. He plays right wing back. He also plays as the advanced right attack. So a little bit of option there, and I think he looks fantastic, to be honest. Model citizen personality, which in Football Manager is the best you can possibly get. So that tells me he has all the right attributes mentally and in the hidden attribute side to be one of the best players, hopefully, in the world. Brought him in, as you can see, from Real Madrid on a free transfer. So a good start to the transfer window there. We brought our backup goalkeeper. We lost our goalkeeper, our second goalkeeper. Dragowski's obviously my number one. We brought this man in, Kosovan goalkeeper from Manchester City. He was happy to just sit on the bench. And then this is where we secured up the defence, because left back. First off, we brought in Luke Thomas. from Leicester. Now, this guy gets progressively better and better. He has a fixed potential, which is obviously great for Football Manager because you know every single time he's going to be good. Yeah. And even though he has never really played for Leicester, £40 million is what it cost us to get him because we do have a big transfer budget, over 100 million this season. He has the attributes to be fantastic for us. So hopefully we can keep him and progress him nicely. And then I signed the big man, Ibanez, from Roma. I love this player.
Yeah.
And again, he has a fixed potential in Football Manager, meaning he is always going to be really good. And he is absolutely fantastic. He's a Brazilian centre-back. Right-footed, so we've got our left-footed one, we've got our right-footed one. 6'2", you've got great jumping reach, really fantastic mentals, and what you need in the technicals. Good heading,
definitely.
Good marking, good tackling.
Looks very
14
good.
passing.
Yeah,
so
it looks very good.
Yeah, decent player traits too, which I'm happy with. So I'm really happy to bring this guy in. It cost us a lot of money, 48.5
That's where we needed to
million
spend the money, though.
Exactly. That's what we needed to secure ourselves because now we're playing against better opposition in the Champions League. So we need to make sure that is better. So tactically we are sticking with the same formation and we're just kind of leaving it free because we have a lot of really good players now. You play in a number of different positions because now, of course, we've got Jesus. He can also play right back alongside Gabriel Menino. So we're leaving it a little bit free and just
being in the Champions League, you've got to play your best team as well each time.
Absolutely.
So it's not so you can rest players now, is it?
Absolutely, yeah. If we do have players who need rest for the league campaign, then Champions League, then the assistant manager can change them. Yeah. But I think Dahlberg and Arezzo are the two that we need to secure every single time, as well as our goalkeeper. The rest, we can leave it up for grabs. Right, so before season 3 though, we've got a word for our sponsor, and today's sponsor is Skillshare. Yes, Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of different classes in all types of creation to help you develop and learn new skills. Such as, of course, creating YouTube videos just like this one. Whether it be how to shoot the footage, edit that footage, or even create the thumbnails, Skillshare has you covered pretty much on all bases, including the main class that I took from this topic, Marquez Brownlee's YouTube success. It was an incredible look into how he plans and creates his videos on his channel, which now reaches millions and millions of people every single day. And of course, there are no ads to interrupt your experience, and there is constantly new premium classes being added every single day, meaning that you can continuously take your creativity to the next level. There are also subtitles in many different languages, including Spanish, Portuguese, French, and even Dutch. And Skillshare has kindly given me a fantastic offer for you for the first 1,000 people to click the link down below in the description. So make sure you get on that fairly quickly because you don't want to miss out and you want to take advantage of this fantastic offer. So thank you once again for supporting the channel Skillshare. And so, Bundesliga champion.
Get in
the 3rd season.
Tell you, mate, that's all we had to do is bring in that defence.
Secure
that defence
up the defence.
Look at
and
that.
What a fall from grace by Munich. 6th place they dropped down to. I mean, Borussia Dortmund gave us a run for our money. We took it to very late in the season. Let's take a look at the stages there because we can probably see it a little bit better. We had a very good end of the season, 5 wins, including a 5-0 victory against Bayern Munich. So a massive win towards the end of the season. That's when you know.
Bayern who?
I know, exactly. I mean, look at the other results. I mean, we've seen Frankfurt, my team, we beat them 6-1. They were in the top like last season.
Yeah.
3-0 against Bayer Leverkusen. They finished 5th.
We always knew we were going to score against teams. We're good at that. It was a defence we had to bottle up, really, wasn't
and that's what we're doing. Keeping a clean sheet against Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
That's massive.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think when you beat in Bayern Munich towards the end of the season 5-0, it's like, we're winning this. Yeah. It's just confidence, isn't it? It's just massively confidence. I mean, Dortmund had a good end of the season. They lost 1 and drew 1 in there against Cologne as well, which is quite a bad result. So if they did win both of those games, they win the league.
They win the league, yeah.
So they've dropped off massively.
They dropped the league.
Past positions, they were up there towards the end of the season, as you can see, but we were up there from the beginning. The lowest we dropped down to is 3rd place after week number 3.
Yeah, it's good.
So we've had a fantastic season. I mean, Bayern Munich, down in 10th at one place.
They couldn't pull it back after
that. They could not rescue their season. So, but we are, of course, in the Champions League, and of course, we still haven't won a DFB Pokal yet. So maybe have we secured a double?
Come on.
We have not. but a runners-up position, the DFB Pokal. So that's unfortunate.
We won the Super Cup, though.
We won the Super Cup, the European Super Cup.
Yeah,
that's not bad. I mean, this is quite a good result as well. Real Madrid. Beating Real Madrid 1-0 in that. So that's amazing. And our young Georgian player is the guy who scored. The DFB Pokal, of course, runners-up. It just had to be Bayern Munich, didn't it? I mean, we beat them 5-0, and then the DFB Pokal, they beat us 1-0. I
still rather have won the league, though.
Yeah, exactly. So, unfortunate, but still, there we go. They beat us 1-0 in the final. And the first round knockout against Juve. So we didn't really advance much in the Champions League, to be honest.
Juve are a good side, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got to be on your game to beat them.
Exactly. I mean, Dortmund are actually playing in the final versus Liverpool, which is still to be played on this.
I'd love to go to that game.
Exactly. After a bit of a domination there from the Madrids in the last couple of seasons. But yeah, fantastic season that we've had so far. I mean, I want to see this end of the season there, because how close the two Bayern Munich games...
Look at our running now.
Unreal. I mean, we were at such a high after beating Leverkusen and winning the league that we only lose.
6, 7, 8, 9 games in a row we won there.
Yeah, that 5-0. I mean, we beat Dortmund in the semi-final as well, 2-1. So that's two massive games in a row there. 2-1 against Dortmund and then 5-0. Arezzo getting a hat-trick against Bayern Munich, which is kind of revenge, because in my stream save, Bayern Munich stole Arezzo from me, so I was absolutely buzzing with that when I seen that. We had a really good, solid start to the season as well. What a start. 12-0 win in the DFB Pokal first round, so that's when you know you're starting off with a bang.
And
then we just didn't really have a bad area the whole season. We just had really good
You're going to lose the odd game here and there, aren't you? You're bound to, aren't you?
Exactly, and it seemed to come after Champions League games when we lose a Champions League game. It's just the way it was. But, another big result there, 7-1 against Leverkusen, who finished in 5th place, and Dolberg with 4 goals. So, I mean, our guys are just bagging goals. So let's take a look at that. Because 38 goals scored from Arezzo, 37 scored from Dolberg. It's that thing again, who can score more out of the two.
That's what you need.
Exactly, they've got a bit of a partnership going. And Arezzo's also got 16 assists now. If you take a look at him, he's a monster. He's destroying this league. So he's growing really well. Jeremy Pino there, I mean, bit of an unsung hero, to be honest. 14 goals and 15 assists. And the average ratings that we can see, these are from our defenders.
A lot of sevens, isn't it?
Yeah. From our defenders, Aya, Zakagini, we've got Luke Thomas there, Menino, Ibanez, all on 7. So, yeah, they're all performing really well. And the first 7 that I've seen from a goalkeeper. So Dragowski's been a great signing for us too.
Yeah.
So there we go. So far, it's been a fantastic start to this. We've won the league, but there's still things to be won, and we still have 2 seasons left to do it.
I want to win the cup then.
Want to win the cup?
You got to win the German Cup, don't you?
Exactly. We need a double, maybe. Maybe we do a double. That'd be good. Okay, season number 4. Let's have a look at some transfers. Okay, one big signing on the outs. Maxence Cascaret. He left us. He's gone to Atletico Madrid. £43 million. He was a bit part player for us.
Yeah.
He started.
We had quite a few players in that position, so that's not a big loss, really, is it?
So I mean, a lot of money as well. Double on money for him.
Yeah.
So that's great. And what we've done with it is fantastic. Pau Torres from Villarreal, a left-footed centre back. So we're even improving our centre back positions even more.
Right.
Free transfer from Villarreal.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. So out of contract, still available for us by the time I got to the end of the season. He's really good attributes, really good player traits as well. Also, after that, we managed to sign another regen, a Turkish regen, 18 years of age, and he's fantastic. Plays on that right-hand side, and I think the young Georgian that we had, I mentioned how he's got a good potential. Maybe I don't think he was too old to reach that potential. And I think maybe he was... I don't think he was putting his weight enough. And I think we needed somebody different. Yeah. And I think this guy is already better than him. And he's only 18. He costs us a bit of money though. Trabzonspor, £15 million. And he's had a great season already. 7.81.
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
When he was 17 at the start of the season. So that's amazing. So Etley comes in. He joins us. Great off the ball. Fantastic passing. Good work rate. Technique's fantastic. And the physical attributes are phenomenal. So little Turkish player, only 5'8", but perfectionist personality as well. It's perfect for us. I'm excited to see what this guy can do.
5'8" is small, is it?
It is for me. Also, though, he signed one massive player that we spent most of our money on, Ilyas Mariba. We have taken him from our rivals Leipzig. Of course, Leipzig signed him this season from Barcelona. He is a huge transfer and he has a massive potential range on the game. And he's a world-class midfielder at the age of 21.
I like it.
He is fantastic for us. So, I mean, the physicals are just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a towering figure. He can play in a lot of positions as well. He is an amazing player, and we managed to pick him up for £90 million. He's only had one full season in the Bundesliga. He hasn't played that much, which I think is a mistake from Leipzig, because he's good at the start of the game, to be honest, and the more you play him, the better he gets. So he is going to be a massive focal point in our midfield, and we've got to play him. So, box-to-box midfielder is going to be his role. We got the deep line playmaker there on support. Next to him, I think he suits probably more the box-to-box because of how good he is going forward. But again, we're playing Dragowski, Dolberg, and Rezo. We're leaving the rest up for grabs. We've got some really good defenders now who, it doesn't matter who we play.
Champions League football again.
They can all do the job, exactly that. And they did the job for us last year.
Yeah.
So, let's see how they can do. But before we do that, Dad, players, managers, what do you have for us?
Yeah, well, I'm only going to touch on. I've already touched on Klinsmann being a manager.
Yeah.
I'm only going to touch on one manager really, and it's a person. I hope I can pronounce it right. It's Paul Dardai.
Dardai.
I'd
say. Yeah.
He's a former player. He's played over 300 appearances for Hertha Berlin.
Yeah.
And this is his second time as manager. He's a bit of an hero there, so they keep bringing him back as a someone they know, someone they can trust. I think really, Player-wise, 1971 and 1971 to 1979, a player called Eric Beer, or as the Germans call him, Eti Beer.
Right.
He played 342 appearances. And at the time, he held the record goal scoring for Hertha Berlin.
Yeah.
Apparently, a really good player. Another player, the goalkeeper, 1997. I can remember this goalkeeper. He was 21 at the time when they signed him. Gabor Kurlo, and he was well known for wearing grey, baggy tracksuit bottoms.
Gabor Kurlo, yeah, of course, the Hungarian.
He used to play for him, yeah.
Yeah, because he played for Crystal Palace.
Yeah, that's right. I
Gabor
can
Kurlo.
always remember him.
Yeah.
You always think, it's scruffy. Now, he'd done that because they turned up to one game and they must have forgot his tracksuit bottoms.
Yeah.
And one of the trainers there had just a spare pair of tracksuit grey baggy ones, and he said, I'm going to have to wear them. And they actually won the game that day. So he said, I'm going to wear them again. And they went on a bringing 9 or 10 game winning streak. So ever since then, he's worn his tracksuit bottoms. So he's a legend there as well. 2002 to 2013, Arne Friedrich.
Right, okay.
German international as well. He got 80 caps for Germany. Really good midfield player. He's a bit of a legend there as well. He captained them. Well, he became their captain as well. So he was a good player. And I want to touch on a Brazilian player.
Okay, we like our Brazilians.
Yeah, Alex Alves.
I remember him.
Yeah. No, he's a bit of a legend actually. They do class him as a real legend over there. He only played for them for 5 seasons.
Right, okay.
And he actually scored probably their best goal that they've seen, the crowd. He scored from the halfway line.
Nice.
I tried to find it, I just couldn't find it. But apparently it's a really good goal. And he only played 5 seasons, like I said. But they gave him a testimonial as well, because he was that much of a legend over there. When he went to leave, they still give him a testimonial of what the hell. So so that's the sort of players and managers I sort of touched on really. So I went through all the players, and one, I couldn't pronounce them, and two, I've never even heard of them. So I was going through pictures and thinking, I do recognise you. But the goalkeeper, I think, was the biggest one. I thought, as soon as I seen the picture of him with his tracksuit bottoms, I thought, I know you. Now, how do I know you? And like you said, he played for Crystal Palace. And as soon as I clicked onto all his pictures there, I thought, that's how I knew him so well, really. Yeah. And the little story about why he wore the tracksuit bottoms was quite interesting, really.
Was that at Hertha as well?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
That is mental. I never knew he played for Hertha. No. I just assumed that, I don't know where he came from.
I didn't know Klinsmann was their manager. I'm not right for 10 weeks, you don't take much notice, but it's something I thought I would have sort of, in the back of the brain, you'd have think, I remember that, but I didn't.
Yeah.
And I love Klinsmann.
Yeah.
When he was at Spurs off.
Genius.
Oh, absolutely brilliant.
I still like him now, in his punditry, because he's so, he's not biased, whatever. He's so neutral.
Yeah, Sky use him quite a bit, don't they?
Yeah.
And it is quite good, really, when he comes on. He talks a lot of sense, I think.
Absolutely.
Good for football.
Yeah. But this is where we're making the legends, because, like you say, Hertha doesn't really have a massive history unless you go back over nearly 100 years. So, I'm sure now people will be talking about Matthias Rezo and Kasper Dolberg.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And we got an end of season 4 to look at.
I think one thing I've got to touch on with the German, if German people are watching this now, we love their league.
Oh, fantastic. It's most entertaining league.
But definitely for the fans.
Yeah, oh my God.
The league's all about the fans,
best
really.
Fans ever.
Yeah. And what the league do for the fans to make the entrance fees and things like that very, very cheap.
Yeah.
It's so good. And they listen to the fans. And the fans, like the Dortmund ground, where they stand up with the wall.
Yeah, the yellow wall.
Yeah, and they listen to the fans of what they want, and they let them do it. As long as there's no trouble, nothing like that, they let them do it, because that's what the fans want. That's what makes the atmosphere and all that. And I think good on the Germans for that. I think it's one of the good things.
Yeah,
even the when league is run properly as well with the finances of transfers and things again.
Yeah,
they look. I mean, you've told me this many a time how. Because you've looked into it more than I have, how players transfer from one team to another team.
They keep them in the league.
Yeah, to keep them in the league. So they do the transfer fee a little bit less than you say that?
Yeah.
What they do I mean, if you imagine Spurs selling someone to Man United, Dan Levy's going to double the price in it.
Exactly.
League. But they don't in that league, do they? They make sure that the price stays down so the player stays in that league.
Yeah, and they always end up at Bayern Munich.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
If you're good, you'll end up at Bayern Munich.
But they listen to the fans, and that's what I like. Yeah. I mean, we would love to go to the Dortmund.
Oh my God! Oh, it'd be the best thing.
If anybody can get us tickets to go to Dortmund versus Frankfurt,
yeah,
we would be your best friends.
Separate ends. No, absolutely no. I mean, I spoke about it before, like going and standing in the Yellow Wall for a game, or going to a Frankfurt game. Like, and every single team that I look up in Germany is like, oh yeah, they got a really good fan base. It's like, who hasn't in Germany got? Even when I was like looking down the lower leagues, when I did the Holstein Kiel save this year at Youth to Gold on Twitch, we were finding videos of them at train stations being really loud. And it's like, this is amazing. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad you reminded me.
One thing I will say though, I haven't got a Dortmund shirt.
Is that a hint? We'll see. We'll see what can happen. Who do you want on the back? Haaland?
Yeah, gotta be in it.
Yeah,
you'll get it.
You'll get him. He'll fucking leave.
Yeah. Make sure he signs it.
Yeah, yeah. Season 4 then. Let's see how we do. So, we won the league again.
Gets in.
Fantastic stuff.
2 years in a row. What a team.
Yeah, I mean, this time we're batting off Bayern Munich in the final as well. So
won it a little bit easier as well this time.
4 points. Yeah, not too bad.
Last 5 games, that's good.
We didn't win the top score of the league, though, which did surprise me. Wamatinga came in and got that Silas. 29 goals for Arezzo, 25 for Kasper Dolberg. Arezzo had the highest average rating, though.
Union Berlin got relegated as well.
Went back up, right back down again for Union Berlin. 20 points. That's not great at all. We only lost 5 games. Wolfsburg, Dortmund, Gladbach, Cologne. Gladbach twice. So they're a bit of a bogey team for us. They knocked us out in the cup, of course.
Wolfsburg, I like Wolfsburg. It's one of my favourite teams.
Yeah, we drew 8 games, doing quite well there. And in the 21 games, we seem to have beaten a lot of teams. So we do take a look at the stages then and just see, because of the last few games of the season, we did all right. We already secured the league and we lost the last game against Cologne. So we didn't really care about that. So that's fantastic. Let's take a look at the past positions and just curious to see. So we did drop off a little bit. Mid-season, we dropped off down to 5th place.
We had a good finish to the season. That's what helped us really, wasn't it?
Yeah, we climbed back up, and once we were back on top, we didn't get knocked off again after that. And I think Bayern Munich never were at top. So Cologne were top all that time. Not really a team that. This is why I love the Bundesliga. Because you get just random teams like that.
I bet they were gutted, mate. I bet they were gutted because they probably thought they were going to win the league.
75% of the league, they were top, pretty much. Other competitions, though. Have we finally won a cup?
Come on.
We have not. Runners up again. We cannot win the DFB Pokal. It is really eluding us right now. We did lose in the final. Borussia Dortmund 4-2 in the final, so it's really unfortunate, to be honest. Donjo Malin got 2, who was, of course, their new striker instead of Haaland. Jude Bellingham picking up a man of the match performance as well.
Still there as well, eh?
Yeah,
good player,
what
good
a
English
player he is. I cannot wait to see the rest of his career, to be honest.
Hopefully he comes to the Premier League.
Fantastic.
Hopefully he comes to the Premier League.
Yeah.
For Spurs.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. The other competition, of course, first round knockout against Manchester United. So
you've been happy with that one?
Yeah, I don't know if
we won the Super Cup again, though.
Yeah, it's the League Super Cup.
Oh, is it?
So, yeah, it's
still a cup, though.
It's still
double,
a cup.
Though, isn't it?
It's still a cup. Goals-wise, Matthias Reza got 40 and 49. Kasper Dolberg got 35 and 49, 13 assists.
Still good.
11 assists from them, 21 assists from Jeremy Pino, who not exactly putting the highest average rating, but he's just securing a lot of goals and a lot of assists, which is obviously doing quite well for us. And our new signing, the young Turkish player we signed, 18 goals, 12 assists.
Good start.
So yeah, great season for him. Right, we've got 1 season left, Dad. What do we hope for? What are we hoping for this last season?
Well, we've done the double for winning the league. Got to do the treble for winning the league, ain't you?
Treble?
Yeah.
It's a big ask.
I want to say I want to win the cup, but
yeah,
winning the league is just the most important thing for any league side, I think.
Yeah, so, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Got the minimum then, should I say? Minimum, win the league again.
Yeah.
I'd like to do the double.
Right, okay. I'd like us to get a little bit further in the Champions League. We got nowhere further than the first round knockout. So hopefully we can go a little bit further.
It's hard though. I mean, there's such good teams in there in the league, but we should be winning that League Cup thing, isn't we? That's what the double there. I think the fans would be really happy if we do a better run in the Champions League. Yeah, good.
Yeah, I think we're 1 signing away from being that team.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see who that signing could be. So, first signing out, Kasper Dolberg.
Ooh.
Yeah, he kicked up a bit of a fuss. He wanted to go to Bayern Munich, which I did find a bit weird. We've been winning the league, but I guess
won the league. We're in the Champions League. What does he want?
I guess they're a more reputable team, but we didn't get a lot of money for him. £42 million with a lot of add-on bonuses that could go up to 71 million. And we did have a very
that could have
big...
been to do with the Bundesliga thing again, with the
maybe,
but
yeah,
the
little backhander to Bayern Munich for us.
Yeah.
So yeah, we brought in £42 million, but we have made a few signings. Let's go straight to him. Yusufa Makuku.
Yeah.
What a player. The Borussia Dortmund, as soon as I knew I was losing Kasper Dolberg, I thought, right, who is the best striker in the world that we can possibly get? It's our first German signing, because German players are quite hard to come by. Once they leave the Bundesliga, they're hard to get back in it.
Fans are going to love him. He's going to be a national hero straight away.
Yeah, I mean, he is fantastic. Yeah. He's so good.
Yeah.
We did spend £100 million to get him in though, but I guess it's worth it. He hasn't had too good of a seasons either. They're reluctant to play him, and maybe that's a big mistake. So the use of Makuku. But I have brought in a friend of ours, Mason Mount. He's fantastic on this, by the way. Like,
he's
really
fantastic
good
in real life.
Yeah, I mean, 26
Just
years
a
of
pity
age
he plays
now.
for Chelsea.
Yeah, so he's in his prime now, 26. We did have to spend a little bit of money on him as well, 89 million. But as soon as I seen that he was willing to come to us, I thought that's a signing that could take us to the next level.
Yeah,
We got him and Ilyash Mariba, two really good workhorses in that centre midfield.
Good technical player as well, isn't he?
Exactly. And we also brought in two free transfers. One, David Neres, who's really good on both wings, so that's fantastic.
And he's Brazilian.
Good squad player, Brazilian. And speaking of Brazilians, Gabigol. Gabigol on a free transfer from Manchester City. Yeah. Went to Manchester City for £13 million, barely played a game, around about 13 games there he played, and then we signed him on a free transfer. So we've got some really good strikers now. We've got three fantastic strikers, and he, I think, will still be a backup to Arezzo and Makuku. And if we do take a look at the tactic, we have gone a little bit more. I want to play Mariba and Mount every single game.
Yeah.
They are just world class now. Yazar is going to be the guy we are sticking on the right. He is amazing, Yazar Etley. And of course, Jesus is growing ever so good. He is looking amazing now. He's better than Menino, so we're playing him every single game that we possibly can. Makuku, Arezzo, I'm excited to see that strike force.
I'm a bit more confident now, you know?
Yeah, a bit more confident. What are you predicting now for them for this season?
I think we're going to win that cup.
Yeah, you think we're going to win the cup?
I think we're going to win that cup.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, final season. Come on.
Come on.
Fingers are crossed. Let's go. So, yeah, the final league campaign did not end how we wanted it to.
Though, didn't they?
Dortmund absolutely smashed it, to be fair. We had a very bad end of the season.
Yeah, so did Dortmund, though.
Yeah, to be fair.
If we had a good end of the season, would have been
alright, yeah. I mean, we only lost 6 games this whole year, but look how many, they won 26 out of 34. Yeah. So it's fantastic. That's Bayern Munich numbers, to be honest. I mean, Bayern Munich, I don't think usually lose 5 games, but maybe they would draw a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, we've lost a few big games there.
It's runners up.
Yeah, still above Bayern.
Yeah, still Champions League next season.
Still Champions League next season, of course. Speaking of the Champions League, we're in it. We are going to have a look at the competition. We won a cup. We want to win a cup of some sort. Whether it's DFB Pokal, whether it's the Champions League, whether we go out and maybe win the Europa League again.
Come on.
We have won both.
Get in.
We have won both. The Champions League, we beat PSG.
And we were the runners-up in the other cup as well.
That's the DFB, that's the...
But it's still got to the final, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, what a win that is. Against PSG in the final. We'll take a look at it.
Was Messi playing?
He's probably retired now, surely.
He's probably in America, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean, we did play against Erling Haaland.
Oh, no.
So, I mean, there he is. He's probably replaced Lionel Messi.
Yeah.
He's not on their bench either. Oh, he was on their bench. He did play. Come on. He played against us. 38 years of age. He has not got any legs anymore.
He's like that when he was.
Yeah, he's physically unavailable, but he was there anyway. Dejan Kulusevski took the lead on the 34th minute, and we scored. Yusufa Makuku on the 40th, and we won it. Matthias Arezzo, the hero, in the 90th. What a fantastic victory that is. And of course, the DFB Pokal, something that eluded us this whole time. Wolfsburg 6-2 in the final.
What a final for the fans that was.
Massive. Matthias Arezzo again getting a late one. He got 2 in the final. Makuku got 1. We also played the Georgian guy. He's still there. David Nerez also got one too. So, I mean, let's take a look at our runs. We'll start off with the Champions League. We had quite a good group, to be honest. Shakhtar, Roma, Dynamo Zagreb. We progressed nice and easy. Roma. Yeah.
My mate there?
Jose, maybe. Of course, we signed Ibanez from Roma too. We beat AC Milan on away goals. It was a tight one
Look at the next one we beat though.
Yeah. We beat Manchester United. Both legs too. We beat them at Old Trafford 2-1. 94th minute goal as well. Ooh. After they equalised in the 89th. And then, this is the away leg, sorry. We scored in the 87th minute to win it.
Mount scored as well. Or it was a penalty, but still there, isn't he?
Mason Greenwood, former player, scored against us to begin with.
I bet he enjoyed that.
Yeah. And then, of course, when they scored a late one in the 85th minute, we scored in the 87th minute just to crush the dreams of Manchester United. Atletico Madrid, we beat them home and away as well.
That's an hard place to go to.
We keep scoring these late goals, 86th minute. We're doing Fergie time here, because then we also won in the 93rd minute in away to Atletico Madrid.
Show that our fitness is really good then, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, scoring 2 goals away at Atletico Madrid.
Not many teams score there, do they?
No, that's a hard
really,
thing.
really hard place to go and score.
Exactly. Then we carried that on in the Champions League final, scoring the 90th minute. So I think we seem to score late in every single game other than in the first round knockouts. So that's great. Now, the DFB Pokal, how do we get there? Well, we beat Dortmund after extra time in the semi-final, 5-2.
Semi-final, eh?
So again, we're scoring late. We're scoring a lot of goals late. They scored in the first minute as well. So 99th, the 100th minute and the 116th minute just to really just nail them down, and then we beat Wolfsburg 6-2 in the final. So squad-wise then, we've had a fantastic time. Yusufa Makuku scored 65 goals in 54 games.
I can't believe his rating is only 7.66 with that.
Tell me about it. Mental. Hey. 13 assists as well. 37 goals for Matthias Arezzo. Looks really poor now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
18 goals for Etley and 13 for Mason Mount, who managed to get 27 assists. He got the highest assist for us. Fantastic season as well, because he also had the second highest average rating. Matthias Arezzo, Yusufa Makuku, got the highest average rating. Matthias Arezzo was up there as well, 7.31. What a rebuild that is, Dad. What do you think?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
What a success that was.
Huge. We managed to win 3 major trophies.
We love that league, and then we've done that with it as well.
We won 4 major trophies, really, because we won the Europa League as well. So
this is up the fans. Hey, we put Berlin on the map now.
We finally put Berlin on the map. We
put
give
them on the map.
Maybe something that they deserve. Yeah. Other German fans don't like them, I guess, for the money. So maybe they're not happy with it.
Sitting back to what we know now, we can understand with that going on that the fans don't like that. But hey, in this, we've done well.
Yeah, exactly. Huge success.
Yeah.
But where do you think we're going to go next now? We've got a couple of weeks left before the new game comes out. We've discussed who we're going to do first.
Yeah.
FM22. We won't reveal that yet. No. But what do you think? Where do we think we're going to go next?
I don't know. Should we stay in England, or should we go abroad again?
Should we leave it up to the viewers?
Yeah,
maybe
we'll leave it up.
Give us
we're
a few
open.
options.
We're open. Let's just start chucking teams at us again.
Yeah.
And this was on our team. We struggled with a few things on this one, but we've enjoyed it because we like the Bundesliga.
It's different.
Yeah, but chuck a few at us again. See what we come up with.
Exactly. Well, yeah. Thank you very much for joining me, Dad. Before you go, though, viewers, make sure you check out Skillshare down below, page.com/MakeLootGaming, and don't go anywhere. What about watching this video right here, where I create a demigod, 6'11" he is, Dad, and he breaks goal scoring records, over 100 goals. He is almost as tall as you. Make sure you check out that video, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.